can't believe it. I honestly cannot believe it. I have been dragged back against my will to host the 3rd season of BG On Screen on the Couch. Now today, for our first episode, I am so, surprised and so happy that we have literally like 40 people here. If there's any way, if any of the supplementary cameras where they get a quick shot, get a quick shot of how many people are here. It is so insanely cool. Look at all these nice new faces. All these people who are just standing there with nothing else to do. Oh, thank you. So, it's amazing that we have so much support, so many new faces, so much good spirit. And today, my plan is we're just going to break all of that. We're just going to destroy just all of their dreams tonight. So, today we're actually going to be setting up a speed dating experience. But it's not going to be about dating. I've compiled 38 beautifully crafted and well thought out questions that I'm going to ask, one per person. And for the first person, the first guest of the 3rd season is my boy Dominic. Dominic, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you, sir?
Good, thank you so much. Hey, let's get a round of applause for Dominic. Now, Dominic, the way this is going to work is I'm going to ask you a question. And you've got 30 seconds to a minute to give me your answer. And depending on if I approve of the answer or not, I'm going to sign one of these, I'm going to press one of these buttons. One is an approval, which means you get to stay in the club, and one of them means I never want to see your face again. Okay?
All right.
The green one makes a really cool sound. It's like a laser sound. I don't know why. And then there's this one, which is the bad button. That was a stinky answer. That was a bad answer. So you ready for the first question?
Absolutely.
And your only question, really.
Hit me, man.
Do you think you could take on 100 enraged ducks?
I absolutely could.
Mm-hmm. I like the cut of this man's jib. This is our first acceptance. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mallory.
Nice to meet you, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. My name is Sam, obviously. Thank you. I'm glad to have you here. Are you ready for your question?
I'm ready.
Okay. If you had to choose one movie world to be stuck in, which would it be and why?
I'm taking too long.
It's okay.
Fantastic Mr. Fox. It is my 3rd favorite movie.
Mm-hmm. I don't like Fantastic Mr. Fox.
What, really?
So I'm going to give you an approval, because that was an awesome answer.
Oh.
Thank you so much, Mallory. How does it feel to be back?
Miserable.
Are you ready for your question?
Try me.
If you had to fight all the BG on-screen officers one after another, what order would you choose to fight them in?
I would choose to fight Alexa first. Next would be David. I would take on Nathan next because I'd just kick his knees and he'd fall down.
You're not wrong! Or you can lure him away with milk.
And then I think Zoe would probably be last, but I don't think I'd actually fight her. I think I would just try to negotiate terms of agreement because I feel like that makes the most sense.
I think I could take all of them on if I wanted to at the same time. Fight me, Nathan. I'm gonna give that an absolute approval, my guy. Matthew! How are we doing? Have a round of applause for Matthew. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good.
I'm good. I'm glad to have you. Do you think you could bench press Elliot?
Probably not.
So I'm gonna give that an absolute approval, everybody. How are you doing, good sir? Does the jar scare you?
I love the jar.
You love the jar. It is my fault.
Yeah.
I lost the jar, by the way. I don't know where it is. I'm very intimidated, and I don't know how to respond to your overall mood. So I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to give you our first rejection. If you were to be stranded in any country in the world for 3 days with unlimited money, where would it be?
Probably France.
I don't like more questions, and I'm the boss here, so...
It deserves to be named after you.
Get you excited to be here?
Yes, very excited.
Why?
Personally,
Alright, let's go on to the next question. I don't know how to respond to that. That's okay. I give that an approval. So thank you so much. Let's give it up for Are you glad to be here?
Slightly.
Just slightly?
Yeah, there's so much going on.
Is it me?
No, just the landscape situation. We should have a desert for the background. It'll be awesome. Put that in the notes.
What? Oh my! Is that Yes, I see. Oh my goodness.
Not just a philosophy.
Yeah, it's whatever. Now let's go on to your question. Who do you think wins between Goku and Superman?
I'm sorry, I'm a big DC fan, so I pick Goku.
Because you gave the objectively right answer,
Absolutely.
I'm not only am I going to approve that answer, I'm also going to give you our trophy. This is one freshly picked
Is that an apple?
This is an apple.
Can I have it? What? Don't you see my mom really wants me to have it though?
She's so sweet. I can't say no to that face.
And the arm's gonna be on the couch.
You did not know.
No.
For any of those people who do not know, me and Victoria, well, Victoria just in general, likes to speak in British accents on film sets.
Yeah, it's a bit of a problem.
Your question is, if you could have any cute movie sidekick as a pet, who would it be?
Oh my goodness.
I've never seen Moana.
Right, so I'm gonna say.
Alright,
next
stop the
to you.
cameras, we're trying to show Sam.
We just took an hour and a half break to watch the entirety of Moana. And now let's give it up for Elliot, everybody! Yeah! Woo! Let's go! That's
was on
very
the floor,
true.
yeah.
How have you been?
Terrible.
Have you been bench pressed lately?
No.
Your question is, how cringe is on the couch?
It depends on who's on the couch. For instance, right now, it's pretty cringe.
That's not true.
Oh.
But at the same time, don't act like we didn't nerd out about Godzilla earlier today. Who is the funniest member of BG on screen? You. Objectively wrong. A pleasure to meet you. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Awesome. Let's see what your question is. This is the one question I kind of regret writing. When you buy an official BG on-screen body pillow featuring me in the jar, what is the first thing you'll do with it?
Read a bedtime story.
Sam I Am, that's my name. Not only does that deserve an approval, that deserves an apple. Let's give it a round of applause for another apple. Let's go! Thank you. Don't cherish it too long. They rot. How are you doing?
I'm going through a lot of emotions right now.
Aren't we all? Yeah. Let's see what your question is. Are you more of a mahogany or an oak person?
I don't know, I'm feeling mahogany today.
It's just such a fun word to say.
It is a good word.
Mahogany.
Mahogany.
But since you're spitting straight facts, I'm going to approve that answer. Thank you. I'm so sorry that you landed on this question.
Oh no.
Because this is a really stupid question. Do you consider yourself a based and or red-pilled person?
Oh,
Explain why.
I play the bass, so I guess bass. But sometimes you're cringe, and that's based. But you're not always based, and that's not cringe. There's no one I'd rather be than me.
All right, that was pretty cringe.
Then the whole room clapped.
You're based. I'll say that right now. Oh, how are you doing?
I'm doing.
You're doing?
Yes.
What?
Me. Wait.
What is your preferred way to spend a weekend, other than doing yourself?
I like going for little drives, okay? Hear me out. On these drives, I go to these places.
What type of places are these, Nick?
I like going to the cemetery.
I'm frightened and confused by your answer, Nick, and therefore I'm going to have to press the rejection button. Oh,
Hardcore woman, mind you.
God. What is this monstrosity? You good? Yeah, okay, here, let me, I got it. It's okay, everything's alright. Okay. Is this for me? Okay, you can sit down now. It is for me?
You're supposed to shake
No,
it.
it's. Oh, I'm supposed to shake your hand. I'm so sorry. There we go. There you go. So, how are you? So, I'm gonna ask you your question now. Does it ever... This is a great question for you. I'm so glad it landed on this. Does it ever bother you that time crawls on unimpeded by whatever selfish desires we have, and that one day it will steal from us the ability to desire it all through death? Excuse you. I don't know. HR?
Can't wait to top that.
Yeah.
Me and him, we go way
We
back.
go way back.
Like
We go
at
way
least a
back.
semester.
Do you prefer the old Jake from State Farm or the new Jake from State Farm?
Look. The old Jake from State Farm is a classic, alright? Everyone knows the commercial, right? The first one is ingrained in our pop culture history now.
Of course.
The new one is just there. But the new Jake from State Farm is kind of hot.
It's kind of facts. That's kind of facts.
Like,
I'd like to know what he's wearing any day of the week.
yeah.
Don't clap.
It's a little rude, all right? I'm getting paid minimum wage. I need this, man.
I'm
all
not
right?
getting paid anything.
That's an HR complaint right there.
Anyways.
All right, wait. Taylor, your question for me, please, because this might reflect badly on all of us, depending on what you say here. All right?
Oh yeah, no problem. I'll choose a really good one for you.
The fact that you're strolling.
Do you like feet? How are you doing tonight?
Pretty sick.
Pretty sick?
Might want to watch that.
Why? Ooh, here's a good one. If you could choose one weapon, fictional or non-fictional, to have in a zombie apocalypse, what would it be?
Yeah. All right. I gotta go with the double-sided lightsaber then. If we gotta do it. So.
That's a good choice. That's a good choice. That's an absolute good choice. That's an absolute good choice. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Wait, how is it here?
We didn't even have to bring you back with like a song. If you were given the chance to climb Mount Everest with 6 months paid leave to train for the climb, would you do it, and do you think you could reach the top? If you reach the top, you get $100,000. If you decide not to, you get $5,000.
Personally, I would not climb Mount Everest. I don't like heights. I'm scared of heights. But if I did have to climb Mount Everest, I do not think I would make it up. And then they'd leave my body there.
And they just use it as another
Yeah,
milestone.
I'd be a landmark. I'd just be like,
The sign of wisdom is a person who knows their limits. So I'm going to give that an absolute approval. Thank you. Of course, you know. Of course.
Christina!
Yes! Let's give her up for Christina! How are you doing, Christina?
I'm doing amazing. I've been
Are
waiting
you
for this
very
moment
excited to be
for
on
a
the
really
couch?
long time.
All
yes.
right, let's see what your question is. Ooh, this is a good one. Do you want to make movies?
I'm gonna have to say no.
You know what? Theater and film have always been connected, and we always appreciate our brethren in theater. So you know what? I'm gonna give that absolute approval. How are you doing, sir?
I'm feeling quite well.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Take a seat. Let's see what your question is. Ooh, here's a good one. Have you ever been amazed by a film? And if so, which one?
recently I watched Do the Right Thing for like intro to film class.
It's a fantastic movie. Highly recommend. That's an actually fantastic answer. So I'm gonna give that 100% approval. I have a feeling you think Superman would be Goku.
Yes,
Do you think you will achieve your dreams?
I'm a creative writing major, so probably not. I would really like to write comic books, but you know.
Not with that attitude you want.
That's true.
And to encourage you, not only am I gonna approve that, I'm gonna give you an apple. So let's give a round of applause, everybody. This apple represents your future. So eat it. Amazing.
Amazing.
Why?
I don't know. Can you just give me the question?
Are you Team King Kong or Team Godzilla?
Team Godzilla. Thank you.
Are you finally excited to actually get on the couch?
Yes, I have.
Awesome. Let's see if we can ruin that with this question. If you were Godzilla, which city would you attack first and why?
I feel like I wouldn't really want to destroy anything, so probably a city with like a bunch of farmland, because there won't be any people on it.
That's fair. That's fair. Every time I press the approval button, it's a lie. Anyways, if you were King Kong, how many bananas do you think you could eat in one sitting?
Like 10?
I appreciate the honesty, and I appreciate that you don't force too much on King Kong. And you don't make him just gorge himself on bananas. And I like King Kong. So, honestly, that's an absolute approval from me. If you weren't ready? Anyways, let's see what your question is. Ooh, what color Power Ranger would you be and why?
You asked me this on my episode.
Holographic is not a color, it's a reflection of colors.
But then I said holographic clear.
No!
That was very aggressive.
Get the get off! Please give me my. Oh, there it goes. Is it David's turn? Let's see what wonderful question we have for you. This is the second one that I regret writing down. If you had the choice, what substance would you put in the jar? And please, no inappropriate answers. You do not want to get on her wrong side. Am I correct?
I'm intimidating. I wore the lipstick just for this.
Let's see what your question is. Ooh. If you had to choose, would you consider blood a juice or a sauce?
Due to the fact that I think people use, like, when cooking steaks, the blood as like a marinade almost, I would say also kind of a sauce.
What do vampires drink?
Yeah, they drink blood, but...
And what else do you drink? You drink juice.
Yeah.
So since I'm right, I'm going to get that approved. Let's give a round of applause for Zoe. Exactly. Do we have the actual legend himself? Oh my goodness, everybody. It's Nathan McLaughlin. Let's get a round of applause. I'm going to give you probably the stupidest question I wrote down. We don't want you back.
No, we don't.
Honestly. Anyways, your question. If your ass cheeks were made of hamburger meat, and you found a starving man in the desert on the verge of death, would you feed him your ass meat?
If I know the person, possibly. If I don't know, if I'm starving, yes.
Yes! That's a 100%. Anyways, it has been a pleasure to sit back in this chair. It's been a pleasure to get to know a little bit about each and every one of you. But you know what? It's good to see all new faces. It's good to see more spirit. And hopefully all of you return for the next episode. Please return for the next episode. But other than that, this is the ending of our first episode, and we will see you all next time.